She got lost in her thoughts, and then soon her mind trailed off into a daydream. This was her daydream. She was running through a really big house that she had never seen before. She was sweating, her body covered in sweat. She felt as if she was about to pass out, and in fact, she was about to pass out. The walls were peachy colored, and the hallways looked like they went on for eternities. It looks as if there was no end, as if there was just a void of halls and mazes. After a few more minutes of running, her body could no longer handle it. She finally fell to the ground, fighting to catch her breath, breathing in and out deeply. Then someone picked her up. Her vision was fading, as if she was drowning in murky, dirty water, so she couldn't really see who it was. He said something to her, but her mind was already too far gone, so she couldn't hear it. It was just a mumble of gibberish. She then passed out. Sometime later, she woke up in a box. It was cold, wet, and damp. Nothing but darkness. She couldn't even see an inch in front of her face. She was moving around, squirming like a worm trying to get off the hook. But there wasn't that much space. She tried to lift the lid, but she couldn't. "Trying to get out, my love?" a voice asked. "Let me out!" she screamed in a panicky voice. "No." "Please?" Her voice cracked a bit from fright as she squeaked. "Oh, little Miss Bitchy saying please. How unbelievable," the voice said sarcastically in a raspy, sardonic voice. "Well, what the hell am I in?" You could now tell in her voice she was frustrated. "You're coughing," the voice replied. "My what?" She sounded a bit freaked out by this, and her voice squeaked more, becoming shaky. "You heard me," the voice said, lacking all emotions. She started banging on the top of it. "Get me the hell out of this thing, you psycho bastard!" she screamed. "Ouch, that really hurt. Natalie, I thought you loved me." The voice still lacked emotion. "Please let me out," she whimpered again. "On one condition," the voice said. Then her daydream ended. "Natalie? Natalie, are you okay? Snap out of it," her mother said, shaking her. "Oh, what?" Natalie shook her head some, then turned to face her mother, still a bit in a daze. "It's time for the bus to come," her mother said. "Oh, right, bye." She got up, taking her backpack. "Bye," her mother said. Natalie went outside and waited for the bus. She shivered a bit because the atmosphere made her feel as if her body was wrapped in nothing but cold metal. She then thought to herself, what was that all about? Who was that guy anyway? I don't love anyone. I've never even seen that house before. And what kind of fucker would put me in a coffin? That was too odd. She shook her head some, a bit confused. Then she got on the bus and went to school, just staring out the window the whole time. When she arrived, she went to her locker and got her books. The locker screeched a bit as she opened it. When she got to class, the most popular girl in the school sassily pushed over to her with her friends. She was wearing the usual. Her hair pulled back, so much makeup she looked like a clown, and a skimpy tank top with a pink miniskirt and her oh-too perfect high heels. "Natalie?" Nikki said. "Yeah?" Natalie said. "I was wondering where you got that look from. Did you get it from the dumpster?" Nikki said. Nikki and all her friends started laughing, giving a bitchy-like attitude smile, which made Natalie's blood boil as if being heated over a pan, and the sun being the stove eye. She was just pretty much pissed off. Natalie thought to herself, what does Nikki love most in the world? Well, Nikki, so let's break her face. Natalie's eyes glowed some with the thought of that idea. Then she smiled a bit. "Nikki?" Natalie said. "Yeah?" Nikki said. BAM! Natalie punched her right in the face. Bad timing though. The second she punched her, the teacher walked through the door. "Natalie!" the teacher screamed. "The principal's office, now!" A lot of people in the classroom started laughing, but Natalie was still just pissed. "It's better there than with this bitch," she said, looking down at Nikki, who was now cringed on the floor like a child in a corner, cowering, holding her bloody nose, crying. The blood had now soaked some through her hands and was dripping on the floor, and on her sluttyish little pink tank top. Her tears ran down her face like a rushing waterfall. Natalie smirked at the lovely sight, especially the sight of her blood. She bent down on her knees beside Nikki and wiped the blood with her finger, and then licked it, sucking on it, letting out a nice purr, giving Nikki a creepy, stalkerish smile, her eyes glowing as if lava was churning in them. Yummy," Natalie said, licking her finger and lips clean, which frightened Nikki so much she could never talk about her or look at her, not even think about Natalie for that matter. Now! The teacher screamed so loud it echoed through the class and some in the hallways. I'm going. Natalie still had the kid in the candy store look on her face and slowly trudged out of the classroom. When she went to the principal's office, it was clear that the teacher had intercomed him and told him what had happened. He turned to face Natalie with this disgusted look on his face. Lick her blood? The principal asked the second she walked through the door. I like blood. Sue me. Natalie closed her arms, trying to hold back the smile. I'm not going to, but Nikki's mom might. He gave a serious look. Oops, Natalie said. Yeah, you're a freak, the principal replied. And you're a fat, ugly bastard that wears a toupee, Natalie said as she raised up from her seat. The chair made a little squeak, and then she yanked his wig off. He stood up, and he was so angry that she could see the vein on the side of his head throbbing. You're suspended for 10 days, the principal yelled. Oh, shit, Natalie mumbled. And you have to apologize to Nikki, the principal added. Hell fucking no. She can kiss my ass. Natalie would never apologize to that whore. Do you want more suspension? The principal asked. Rather that than apologize to her fat, ugly-looking face. Natalie crossed her arms again, then let herself fall back in the chair she was sitting in. It's better than yours, with all that eyeliner on. You look like a rat. Nikki is one of the finest girls at this school, and you could act a little more like her. He sat back down in his chair and then looked Natalie in the eyes. You're just saying that because you like her boobs and don't think I haven't caught you staring. You even were staring at her ass, too. You're nothing but a nasty fucking fucker, and don't think just because you're 1,000 years older than me that it makes you better! She screamed in rage as she leaned over and punched him in the nose, making blood spurt from it like an overflowing waterfall. You're expelled! After that, he called her mom, and a half an hour later, her mom came and got her. Her mom was so pissed off, but Natalie thought it was funny. She couldn't help but laugh every time her mom yelled at her. When Natalie got home, she trotted up to her room and laid on the bed. What a wonderful day it had been, she thought to herself. She placed her hands on her stomach, feeling herself breathe in and out, smiling, remembering the image of Nikki and her stupid principal bleeding everywhere. When her father got home, she heard her mom and dad arguing. She just sighed and turned over and blocked it out of her memory, thinking about life, how it sucks butt and how she never got what she wanted. Then she thought to herself again, I should just die. Just bust open my wrist, but no, I can't. I have to see what the vampire wants first. And I want their blood. I refuse to die before I even get a little taste of vampire's blood. Yes, I have to stick with that. Now I have a reason not to die. Then her mom and dad opened the rattling, squeaky old door and slowly walked in the room, looking at Natalie with concern. So, what's my punishment? Natalie asked. You're going to get in. Sorry everyone, cliffhanger. Yeah, I know, they suck. Anyways, give me your comments, rate, and subscribe. Natalie's eyes closed from what the fuck? She screamed in rage as she leaned down and punched him in the nose, making blood spurt from like a what the hell? I couldn't even get that word out.